you should try, as you go through life, I think, at certain points in time, when you pick up on the fact that somebody in the family is truly interested and truly wanting to put together the family history or maintain it even, that person is funneled the items that are important. And also, I think it's important for people to write down the personal history. You have to look at the members in your family. There's no use leaving the family heirloom to the one that's going to hit the first garage sale.
The Reno Catholic Diocese maintains records dating back to the territorial days of our Silver State, when missions often consisted of one missionary priest.
This is something that has been with me even when I was young. It's not only part of my historical training, but we are told that ang hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan, hindi makararating sa paroroonan. Meaning that one who does not know how to look back will not arrive at where he intends to go. It's just that the part of history and our being in touch with our roots will give us some directions of where we're going. Because sometimes we see the future separated from the past, and then what we are aiming at will not really have the strong basis of a culture. Maybe that's what's behind the popularity of the movie Roots. You see where these people are now, but where did they come from? And that gives dignity to their existence. The Pontifical Commission for the Cultural Heritage of the Church put out a circular in 1997, and I'd like to quote there, that archives are places of memory of the Christian community and storehouses of culture for the new evangelization. I think that's very loaded. It's very beautifully said. So I think that preserving the archives of the diocese will give us an insight into the history of Nevada, which the political records might not contain. So it's an enrichment. And archiving is preserving testimony, guarding evidence, and recording history. And that, I believe, is what we can contribute to the state's history. Originally, the records that were transferred to storage were filed alphabetically. As an example of what I'll show you, that these correspondence are just M, miscellaneous. That does not at all help in search for records. And this one is an example of the newer records, where in 1982 there was a movement to have photo inventory of the churches. So this is Virginia City. With an index to what it contains. It contains the picture of the church in different angles, the inside of the church, as well as the furnishings of the church. Look at this chair. Mm-hmm. It's antique looking. This is the main altar. And the baptismal font. And some of the sacred vessels they used. The confessional, which is no longer in use. Some stained glass windows. Stations of the cross. Sacred vessels, a cope, and this one is St. Anne's at Dayton, because this is a mission that's overseen by Virginia City. So the pastor is also the one who goes down to Dayton, and you will see this tiny house, the tiny church. It's not in use now. When they have mass, they go to a community center and I don't know when they'll ever get around to. And so this is the blueprint. Now, almost all the churches have this kind of record in their file. The records were all filed alphabetically by subject, but that doesn't tell me, because it's from abortion to zenith or whatever. That doesn't tell me how the diocese functions. And so I used the diocesan directory for my point of reference. Now, some of the archival procedures I had to apply was, first of all, appraisal. There is supposed to be a records retention schedule provided by the administration. I don't know how updated it is in application, but anyway, I made use of it as for my point of reference. So, considering the administrative value, the legal, the fiscal, and the historical values of records, I'm adding here the sacramental value, because like the sacramental records would be the evidence of level of membership in the church, baptized, confirmed, married, and so on.